Hello duelists, my name is Lynx and welcome to the March upcoming updates for 2023. We have a lot to discuss, so let's not waste any more time and get right into it, shall we? So, March begins with a Turbo Duo Grand Prix. The rewards we're getting are Reptilian Naga and Symbol of Heritage. Now, Reptilian Naga is a pretty awful Reptilian monster. It cannot be destroyed by battle. The attack of any monster that battles this card becomes 0 at the end of the battle phase. During your end phase, change this face-up defense position card to the field to face-up attack position. So you may have noticed you still take the damage, and you can't even put it in defense position. It's a pretty awful Reptilian card. I would rather we have gotten literally any of the other Reptilian support we still don't have. We could have gotten Yamni, we could have gotten Quaro, we could have gotten one of the Synchro monsters from Lucine, we could have gotten the Link, right? We have Links now. We could have gotten Echidna here. So, plenty of good Reptilian monsters. They gave us the absolutely bottom of the barrel worst one. Symbol of Heritage is an interesting card, right? I think it may have some applications in some meme decks, right? Maybe you can use this with Rescue Rabbit and a card like Giant Head that discards both monsters, both materials, right? And then you just need one more to get in the graveyard. Still very gimmicky, not very good. I think they saw some niche play in the TCG, don't quote me on that. But still not that great of a card. Especially if we don't have like Isolde and other busted equip support. Mid-March we have our Roamer Duelist. If you get any closer, you will be burned by Inferno. Now, when I read that, the first character that came to mind was Atticus Rhodes, Alexa's brother, Night Shroud's host, kinda. He plays Red Eyes, and Red Eyes has a card named Inferno Fireblast. His first duel is at the top of a volcano, so, you know, it all kind of makes sense. But then the JP side of Duel Links community said no. It's Quinton. He is the roaming duelist. Now, I don't know why they would make Quinton roam. He's not that hyped of a character, right? I feel like we are in the middle of the Barian arc in Zexal, so there are plenty of other characters I feel would be more hype to make roam. I know they can't make Alito or what's his name, Dumon roam because they don't have any cards to give. But you could have given us Mizar, right? It would be a much better Zexal character to roam. But we're getting Quinton. Quinton basically plays rank 9 Turbo, Dyson Sphere Turbo. So whenever he actually comes to Duel Links, expect maybe some rank 9 support, and he does develop, I guess is the correct word, the rank up spell Argent Chaos Force. He creates this card, which is used by him and his brothers, 4 and 3, to rank up their monsters. So whenever he comes, you can probably expect some Gimmick Puppet support and some Chronomaly support and Dyson Sphere Evolution, which is Chaos Dyson Sphere, I think. Yeah. So you can expect Chaos Dyson Sphere and some Gimmick Puppet and what's his name? Chronomaly support. You can expect those kinds of things whenever he actually comes to the game, right? You can expect Chaos Atlantis, and fucking Quattros aren't here, but you know what I'm talking about. He has like 3 rank ups, right? Quattro is the one that benefits most. So yeah, in middle March, Quinton is going to be roaming. During Quinton's roaming, or maybe right after, we're going to have another tag duel tournament. This time the rewards are Muzzle Riven, the Strength the Jin, and Spiderweb. Now, Muzzle Riven, this is a Yuma card. Used this when he wasn't dueling number users, right? Because he wanted to be fair or something. It's the last remaining the Gen card, and it's double its attack until the end phase. Pretty decent for rank 3. Rank 3 isn't that strong of a level on a generic kind of thing. It does have a various good specific rank trees, but for specific archetypes. But generically speaking, there aren't many that are good. So, Muzu Riven, pretty okay card. Spiderweb is another stun card. For whatever reason, Konami just keeps on giving us these for free. Like, we got Fire Prison the other day, and now we got this thing. If a monster declares an attack, it is changed to defense position, and the owner cannot change its battle position until the end phase of its next turn. Why? Why do you keep giving us these, Konami? These are awful. You just have so much work trying to nerf stall, right? We spent so much time trying to nerf stall, and you're giving us all of these stall cards, all of these stall resources. Why? Like, you can kind of see why this is a problem, right? Like, you can make a deck with 3 Fire Prison, 3 Spiderweb, just lock your opponent out of playing the game, just Mystic Mine at home, you know, the meme. Anyways, rent aside, it's a good card for, again, stall decks. At the end of the month, and this is the most exciting bit of news, obtain a certain character. There is no hope. There is only despair. Now, who says that? Who says that? It's this guy, Z1. This is the last boss of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. This is the guy. This is the ceremonial duel. This is the last goal, right? This is the last boss. Z1 is, like I said, the final boss of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Pretty hype character. He plays a deck called Time Lords, which are absolutely the most awful degenerate thing. It's basically a meme deck, like a huge meme deck that trolls the shit out of your opponent. It's really literally a troll deck. You either love it or you hate it. Like, you face this against this in Master Duel, you're either getting stomped or you're stomping. Literally a 0 to 100 to 1,000 deck. Like, but anyways, that aside, what makes me so excited about Z1 is not Time Lords, right? I'm not the kind of guy who plays meme decks. It's the fact that if he is coming, then that means our boy, our guy, Quasar is coming. Shooting Quasar Dragon. This guy is a classic. Like, if you are a Yugi boomer like me, that's not really a Yugi boomer, but you know, 5Ds was like a billion years ago. I feel kind of old. This was the guy that most synchro decks ended on. Until the most recent wave of Stardust support, it was still the guy that synchro decks ended on. Nowadays they have like Majestic Dragon and Yugo's Ace Monster. Yugo? Yeah, I think it's Hugo. Crystal Wang. But back then, shooting Quasar was the shit. It was the absolute boss monster of synchro summoning. Now, if I'm being completely honest, and now don't murder me in the comments for saying this, I think this guy's kind of slow for Duel Links nowadays, right? To compete with Gokis and Magnites, like having to make 3 synchro monsters just for a negate. It's a really powerful negate, but it's still only a negate, and you need to make 3 synchro monsters. And I think Konami knows this. So I'm kind of also expecting alongside the Z1 event, or maybe the box, it's going to be a mini box. I'm kind of expecting a Yusei skill to cheat this out, right? Maybe something that puts 2 synchro monsters on your board, or something that recreates the anime moment where Yusei summons a bunch of designer dragons to use as material to summon this thing. If you haven't watched the final episode of 5Ds, what are you doing, man? It's like the most hype thing. So basically, what happens? Quick resume. Yusei summons all of the signer dragons in order to make this absolute monstrosity of a card. Well, monstrosity of a card back in like 2008. Anyways, so maybe we're going to get a skill like that, right? That summons the signer dragons on the field with the correct levels for you to summon shooting the Quasar. Maybe. Kinda hope so. Uh, but yeah, that is it for Duel Links news. What can we expect, basically? Quinton is not coming next month, he's only roaming, but you can probably expect him on either April or May. We usually have a skip month, right? After March. So you can expect him on April or May. And when he comes, he's going to bring most likely the rank up magic Argent Chaos Force and his brother rank ups. So Chaos Dyson Sphere, Chaos Atlantis, and the Gimmick Puppet rank ups, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are excited about. Like, it's probably the best of the 3 Arclight Brothers decks, Gimmick Puppets. For the other rewards, they are all kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. They're all kind of shit. And then at the end of the month, we can expect Z1 with a mini box with Time Lords, which, again, very meme status deck. You're either absolutely styling on your opponents and making a full lot of them, or you're getting stomped very hard. It's that kind of deck. And most excitingly, probably getting Quasar, since it's very associated with this duo in particular. And hopefully a skill for Yusei to summon the big dragon. But guys, with all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed having this little talk, little discussion with me, please remember to leave a like down below and leave a comment telling me what are you most excited about, what Time Lord cards you think we're going to get, if the deck is going to be able to do its shenanigans, its gimmicks and Duel Links, or will Konami completely nerf it to the ground. Are you excited for possibly Quasar? And I should add, they added a special animation for Quasar in the files. I wasn't able to talk about that until now. But they did add a special animation for the over Axel Synchro Summon. So are you excited for Quasar? Do you hope for a skill, right? I hope for a skill. I think a skill could really help. Tell me all this in the comments down below. But with all that being said, my name's Lynx, and I'm out. Peace.